This is 5 on your side at 10. Focused on you.
We start with breaking news tonight. Within the last hour, we've learned that North County police are searching for the driver of a black Ford Focus that hit a pedestrian before leaving the scene. It happened at the intersection of Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and Keeneland Avenue just after 8 tonight. The assistant chief of police says the man has serious injuries but is still alive. And just hours ago, gunshots rang out in a popular strip mall in Creve Coeur. Tonight, police are still looking for the person who pulled the trigger. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Travis Cummings. Brent Solomon has the night off. Well, one man was shot during the mid-afternoon violence that happened outside Jet's Pizza. Here's Robert Townsend with the latest.
On this Good Friday afternoon, something bad happened in this popular shopping mall in Creve Coeur.
All I heard was a quick pop, pop.
We didn't even hear the gunshots until we saw people running out and talking about it.
Police say shortly after two men were in the parking lot outside Jet's Pizza near Olive Boulevard and Heritage Place when one of the guys shot the other in his stomach. Investigators say after the shooting, the gunman hopped in a sedan and sped off.
The gentleman in the white hoodie came in and he had ordered a pizza and a drink.
This Jet's employee says minutes after the victim left the restaurant, he walked outside and got shot. Police say the wounded man ran across busy Olive Boulevard to this Dearborg's and Heritage Plaza for help. Employees at the supermarket called 911. Police say a bullet also hit an unoccupied car in the parking lot.
Well, I only heard 2 shots.
The Jet's worker asked us to not show her face.
I came next door and talked to the manager there, and she was very rattled, so I tried to calm her down a little.
About 2 hours after the shooting, police brought out this canine, hoping he could sniff out any possible evidence that could help them in this case. Police and people who work in this West County area say such gun violence is uncommon in this neighborhood.
For all the years of me working in this area, that really don't happen at all.
Don't know what preempted this, but we do know from interviewing the victim that they're probably acquaintances.
After 2 hours and counting, police cleared the scene. A big relief for this pizza employee.
Really, I was glad that none of my employees, my coworker, the general manager, I was glad that none of them had gotten hurt.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Developing tonight, a man is dead in North St. Louis after being shot in the head. It happened shortly after 6:30 this evening in the 5700 block of St. Louis Avenue. Right now, police are continuing to investigate. We do not know what caused the shooting or the victim's name at this time. We will continue to monitor this story and provide updates on air and online at KSDK.com. Well, we have an update on a story we've been following all week. Tonight, 49-year-old Marcus Rogers is charged with robbery and armed criminal action. He's accused of stealing lottery tickets at a Phillips 66 in Fenton and repeatedly hitting a store clerk in the head with a 6-pack of soda. A few days later, Rogers was wanted for breaking into a home and pointing a shotgun at the owners. Right now, Rogers is behind bars, is being held on a $50,000 cash bond. And today, the man responsible for hitting a teenager and causing her to lose both of her legs says he's not guilty. Daniel Riley's attorney appeared in court today to make the not guilty plea on behalf of his client, who is still behind bars. He's accused of hitting Janae Edmondson, who was in town for a volleyball tournament. Now, the judge scheduled another hearing for the case in May. A warning for Illinois drivers heading into downtown tonight. Right now, the ramp from westbound I-64 across the Poplar Street Bridge to southbound I-55 is closed. MoDOT has closed both lanes for pavement repairs. Drivers can use the Walnut exit to eastbound I-44 into downtown and make the U-turn to head southbound to I-55. It will reopen tomorrow at 7. Well, MoDOT is also warning drivers that the eastbound ramp from I-64 to North I-270 is also closed right now throughout the weekend. So you want to watch out for that. Drivers can use Route 141 or Lindbergh Boulevard as alternate routes. Now, the lanes and ramp will reopen Monday morning at 5. Tonight, there is no longer a state of emergency for COVID-19. St. Louis City and county leaders made the announcement earlier today. They say, quote, after 3 years, the daily number of COVID-19 cases have dropped dramatically, and that hospitals are better equipped to handle the caseload of patients with the virus. Well, a popular social media app could no longer be available. Congress is considering the Restrict Act to ban TikTok in the U.S. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into claims that it could also give the government to your personal data.
On March 7th, Virginia Senator Mark Warner introduced the Restrict Act amid concerns that TikTok could be used by China to spy on Americans. Several viral posts, each with millions of views, claim that if the bill is passed as written, it would also give the government access to home devices like Ring cameras and smart speakers.
Everything in my house, they have access to with this law.
So let's verify. Does the Restrict Act give the federal government access to data from your home devices? Our sources are the Restrict Act, Senator Warner, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and the American Civil Liberties Union. Many of the posts highlight a list in the bill that includes wireless networks, various access points, and cloud storage, and claim that these are places where the U.S. government would be allowed to spy on Americans. But that's not what the bill actually says. Section 5 directs the Secretary of Commerce to prioritize evaluating products or services that use the infrastructure on that list and ensure it's not being used inappropriately by foreign countries, like China. If the Commerce Department determines that's happening, then it must publicly notify Congress. Warner says lawmakers could then decide to ban the company or impose privacy or corporate transparency requirements, adding, quote, this bill doesn't give the government any power to track what you're searching. In fact, it is aimed at countering foreign surveillance from authoritarian nations, unquote. Even groups that oppose the bill for other reasons, like the ACLU and EFF, agree the Restrict Act would not give the government access to your private data. The ACLU told Verify that most personal information is already protected from the government by the Fourth Amendment. So, no, the Restrict Act does not give the federal government access to data from your home devices. Congress hasn't taken any action toward passing the bill since it was introduced in March. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
All right, you're now taking a live look over downtown St. Louis. That's where electric scooters will return this weekend, nearly a year after they were banned for safety reasons. 5 on Your Side has learned the Bird Company has a new permit to relaunch its scooters, but it comes with some restrictions, so listen up. Riders must not exceed more than 12 miles per hour, no group rides, and you must be at least 18 to ride one. Now, despite the restrictions, some people see the scooters returning as an opportunity for their business.
It's easier for people to hop around. You know, that's good for business. You know, they get to see the whole city. They're not stuck on one corner.
Lime is expected to get a permit next weekend for their scooters. After that, e-bikes could pop up on St. Louis sidewalks pretty soon. Well, something to be proud of tonight. 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend is expanding his writing wings as part of our partnership with the St. Louis American. Townsend will act as a guest columnist for the paper. You can check out his inaugural article in the latest issue. Well, today is Good Friday, and many Catholics and Christians observe it to honor Jesus' crucifixion. Today, the Texas community lined the streets to reenact the Passion of the Christ. It's a play. It began with an outdoor procession at Milan Park with Jesus carrying the cross. On San Antonio, you can see it there. The Good Friday event was just the beginning of many Easter events happening throughout the weekend. An Easter Mass is this Sunday at the Cathedral Basilica here in St. Louis. You can watch the Mass right here on 5 on Your Side at 10 a.m. We will also stream online at ksdk.com, YouTube, and the 5 Plus app. You can download that for free on your Roku or Fire TV. Well, are you looking for some Easter fun? Well, you can head on over to the City Museum. Tomorrow, the City Museum is hosting its popular Easter egg hunt. Families can enjoy golden eggs hidden throughout the building. It all starts tomorrow at 10 until noon. It is included with general admission. And you can find more Easter events happening this weekend and a list of stores that are closed. Just text the word Easter to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a link. And speaking of Easter, I think the Easter Bunny is being wonderful to us with this weather this weekend. It is so warm.
Yep.
Joe Casillo is here in studio with us with a look at our forecast.
Hi, happy Good Friday. So we have great weather for you this entire weekend. So it's been kind of stormy, as we know, and nothing like that for Saturday and Sunday. Here it is, the cool mornings for sure. 30s again tonight, but we don't have any frost advisories. 68 for tomorrow for the high, and then Easter Sunday 71, but the morning starts out in the lower 40s. All right, let's check out that sunset tonight. Paul also sent in that earlier sunset that we had from yesterday, but this is actually from this evening, and it was really clear in Washington, Missouri, so no high clouds there, but St. Louis eastward we had the high clouds, and this is a live look. Here's downtown St. Louis. That's the moon, still 98% full. Beautiful shot there. I could just stay on that and watch it, but Paul sent this in from a couple nights ago when it was 100% full. All right, beautiful shot there. All right, let's look at the temperature today, 61 and 36. So a little bit below the average, and we're going back up above that tomorrow. It's 52 right now. Again, not as cold tonight, but a light wind. Temperatures dropping down into the 30s, mid to upper 30s in most cases, but that's still very chilly. And then high pressure over Chicago, bringing in with that clockwise flow a little bit of an east wind, but it's light for tonight. And those high clouds keep on being pumped in from the south. No rain with this. It's way too dry for that, of course, but those high clouds will be with us off and on as we get into the weekend forecast. And a little bit later on, so not on Sunday, but on Monday, we may have an isolated shower or storm popping up. You can see on Sunday that rain shower activity is to the west of us, so we'll watch to see if any of that heads our way on Monday. But most of the models are taking that out of the forecast. We'll leave a 20% chance in here. But Sunday 71, Monday 73, Tuesday 77, plenty of sunshine, Travis, as we go throughout this upcoming week. 80 on Wednesday. Keep in mind, mid to upper 60s are the average highs, so we're way above average into next weekend. Then we start to cool down with a chance of rain by next weekend.
Jim, we love to hear it. Looking forward to that sunshine. All right, thank you so much.
Yep.
Well, Corey Miller is here with 5 on Your Side live.